Hey Joy, how you doing? What's good, gang? What's going on with you? How are you? How y'all doing this night? It's raining here. It's a rainy night in Georgia, in Detroit. I gotta get this. How y'all feeling? What's going on, gang? What y'all doing tonight? What's on y'all mind? Just looking on Instagram. I had some videos and y'all, we gotta talk about this. I do not know what is going on with this. Like, people are we so desensitized to death that we just put up people killing people, shooting people, and people are just like so ready to die. Like, what is going on with this death culture? Like, that it seems to me people feel like it's better to die than live. Like, when did it become cool to die? I don't know. When did it switch up that living was good and dying is great? I don't know. We gotta change that narrative with our kids. Like, I don't know if they just, feel like they don't understand that or don't care. Like, I don't know, y'all. What is going on with that? You in the studio? What you making? What type of music you making? It's gonna be good. What type of music you on, gang? What you doing? You rapping? What you doing? It's gonna be good. You gotta let us hear some of it. Just keep calming thoughts. You know what? That's what I've been on, Joy. Keeping calming thoughts because you can definitely tell that it's really some type of switch in the paradigm of thinking in people that it's just cool to die. Like, I don't get that part. I'm not doing nothing. I washed some clothes yesterday, so I didn't have to do that. And I came home, I took a nap, and I got up. I said it was a new episode of Queen Sugar, and I love me some Ralph Angel, so I've been watching Queen Sugar. I'm addicted to Queen Sugar, y'all. I love Queen Sugar. You gotta tell us what type of music you making in the studio, so we can be looking out for it. What y'all feel about these people that's been overdosing on fentanyl and dying? People are arguing on Instagram because they telling them to stop using drugs, and people getting offended. People crazy. I don't know what's going on in the world today. It is sad. I don't know what's happening, y'all. It's like things that used to be bad now is good. Things that's good people view as bad. I'm like tripping on it. I gotta get used to wearing my glasses again. Yeah, It's not only rap. A lot of rappers died. I was just thinking in my mind, we lost a lot of people in the pandemic. A lot of actors, a lot of singers, and a lot of rappers. We've been losing a lot of people in this pandemic. I don't know if they just blaming it on the pandemic or what, but it's crazy. What type of weather you having where you at, Joy? Was it a calm night? We got rain and thunder here. Usually it rains on a holiday, but it was nice and it didn't rain yesterday, which was good. Just wanted to come and talk about these people that keep these deaths that we just been going through. It's not sitting right with my spirit. These people that's been overdosing on fentanyl. Even though I know we have lost people here in Detroit, a lot of drug overdoses. They saying that people are stretching the drugs with fentanyl. Even like the drug dealers, like if they touch it, you can die. So I know that's possible. But then you got it where you be thinking like, will people use that fentanyl for excuse with the people in Hollywood or what? To say these people were drug addicts and they overdosed and just use that for excuse. I don't know. Your new single is called Government 100 Floors Up. It's on my page. Okay, I'm gonna check it out. Feel good vibe. All right, I'm gonna come to your page and subscribe. I like all music, all music. I be at work listening to all kind of stuff, from Bond to whatever. I listen to all type of music. I love music. All good music I love. Yeah, they low key vibrational. Who I'm wondering. No, there's a lot of stuff going on in the world. I think like we need to. That's why I watch the news because people be like, "Ty, you didn't see this on the news." I'm like, nope. Like when you're in the spirit, sometimes when you're in tune with the spirit, you don't need the news. Why do you need the medium? Why do you need the media when you're a medium? So I don't watch the news. Like God usually tell give me the messages I need. I don't mess with. I always say I'm in this world. I'm not of it. So whatever He need me to know, I don't have to watch the news to get that message. So all the ancestors energy going around. Yeah. I've been watching a lot of crazy stuff with people tapping into the ancestors and them coming to them, or is that them coming to them? I don't know. There's some strange stuff going on YouTube too. I guess you just gotta understand spirit, but then you be thinking like, I guess the ancestors did like war or to get certain messages across, they have to be a certain way. So you have to understand they may have to take a certain stance to get the message across. You think the CIA got something to do with it? The Lions Gate portal, right? It's a lot of right manipulating of the energies. You're right. So I gotta start thinking the flip side of stuff because I always be trying to think of the good stuff, but I be forgetting that we are fighting this spiritual war. But because I guess I be feeling like I'm protected by the light that I want to just think about the good stuff. But I gotta think about the bad stuff that we're fighting too. Thank you. Blessings to you too, boo. Yo, you're gonna be successful. Watch. Yeah, it's a lot. You know what? Yeah, I be knowing about that stuff. I guess I just thought I be putting it out my mind because they do manipulate the energy to make different stuff happen, like the weather shifts, all that. Because like up here in Michigan, we have cold winters, but we've been having pretty mild winters like the last 4 or 5 years. Like our families that live like down south, they weathers be switching up, like getting colder and colder, like they manipulating the wet, like the seasons and stuff. They be doing all kind of junk. Yes, the news does try to or put out. Um, yes, I have heard of Chadwick Boseman, or put out their own narrative. The news be trying to push stuff out. That's why I quit watching it. I think I told like on a video before. The last time I watched the news was when a young man died in St. Louis. What was his name? Mike Brown. When his mother cried and said nobody was going to pay for her son's murder. And I don't know how many years ago that was. That's the last time I watched the news. The retribution energy. Yeah, and then the media be on some bull because they all hooked up with all the narratives they trying to push. But then you think about it, YouTube is just getting just as bad as the news because they be trying to push their own agendas too. So that's why I've been trying not to get so much caught up in what's going on YouTube. I was laughing and playing, like talking about y'all seen what's going on in these YouTube streets. But that's a mess too, because I'm thinking they trying to pit people against each other on YouTube. To raise my perception. That's what I've been starting this week, meditating on my community tab to get back centered in the verse. I've been meditating and using my song bowl to raise my vibrations back up so I can have my ear to hear and know what direction and what message I'm supposed to be delivering. Yes, because it's too much going on. So I've been trying to just calm my mind and get back so I can be focused on what's going on so I can know what it is that I'm supposed to be doing. You think so? So they open up a portal. I just felt something, energy. If they open up a portal, are they trying to take stuff out or bring something in? I'm wondering. That's a good. Like you ever wonder why they always have fires in California? Like what is really going on that y'all keep on burning up? Like all this stuff make you wonder, like, really? And I know like everything is not always a conspiracy, but something about this Michael K. Williams death is just not sitting right in my spirit. I don't know why. It's just not. And I know that anybody that's a drug addict, they any time could be your last time. I don't know why something about this is just not sitting right in my spirit. I don't know what it is about it. When I opened up the phone and I seen that he died, I'm just like, damn, what? I said, I know they're not gonna try to say that he died from fentanyl. I just closed my phone. I don't know. something about his death is just not sitting right in my spirit. I'm using my discernment, you better believe it. And I know whenever I question it, I'm going against what the message I was given, so I know it's not right. No, it's not right. I don't know what happened to him, but they said they're looking for the drug dealer, supposedly, that sold him the drugs. I guess he took heroin. And then the comedians that passed away in LA, I guess they were some type of bad batch of cocaine or something. I don't know. But I have a coworker, and they said how bad fentanyl is. I guess her nephew or something was selling drugs, and they found him dead, and they think he just touched it. So I don't know, was that lethal? Like if you just touch something with fentanyl and it can get in your absorb in your system. I didn't know that. I had a classmate last year that passed away, a drug overdose, and people were saying that they think that he had got a bad batch of drugs that was cut with fentanyl. So fentanyl has really been bad. I know that much. But you know how these people can play with you and act like it's something that it's not. Michael K. Williams, was his death really a drug overdose or was it orchestrated by someone for their own narrative? The highlight of God, the angels, the ancestors that surround me, God, and I ask you to help me get the answers for the questions that we ask for our highest. Good, take out my bias from this reading and give us a clear message of what I ask. Cover our minds with a gold shield of protection and a fiery wall. Anything that's coming against us, known and unknown, provide us with the answers that we seek for our own good. I really want to know, was his death an accident or did someone plan his death? Omar from The Wire. Did he just have a drug overdose or did somebody plan his death? What is the energy behind around his death? I love him in The Wire. Even though I've seen him in a lot of other stuff, he's such a good actor. Did he have an accidental drug overdose? Or did someone plan his death? My mind tells me it wasn't accidental. Let's see what the cards say. Got door to the spirit. So he definitely went transcendent higher. His death wasn't an accident. Whoever planned his death was envious of him. And they had to see. knew it didn't sit right in my spirit. So he definitely went higher because he was such a good, you could tell he had a good spirit. It was like somebody gave him a hot shot or something. It was envious of him. And whoever was around was deceitful. So, door to the spirit. Spiritual awakenings and new beginnings. This door opens onto the expansive energetic realm of new beginnings. The orbs of light are guiding you through the clouds of the earthly world, leading you to a deeper understanding of your internal identity, the source of all true value and power. This door opens onto truly unlimited potential where the changes that happen here reach deep into the core of your being. As such, this card often heralds an increasing power into the spiritual arts, deepening connection with the spirit world. Don't be surprised if you're becoming more intuitive, more aware of spirit presence, and more powerful in your own healing practices. Know it's time to open up to unexpected guidance, inspiration, spirit, and the magic power of your true identity. However, you just told me you trust my intuition, and I believe this also got to do with him transcending higher. And 20 is envy. So I know I'm right. Somebody, whatever, somebody gave him a hot shot. So it's a lack of dissatisfaction. This card shows a woman holding a huge pearl in one hand and a platter of coins and pearls in the other. She stands in a room full of. She stands in a silver room, looking out at a golden city on the horizon. She has a life of value already, but she ignores and longs for shiny prosperity she sees elsewhere. Instead of feeling happy and fulfilled, her desire for more causes deep sense of lack. Maybe somebody wanted him to get him to do something. He didn't want to do it because he seemed like he was set, like a man who probably, you can't convince him to do something. So maybe it was some type of deal or some type of money, something. Whoever wanted him to do something, he probably like, we don't need to do that. We good. But they weren't happy with his answer. Then you got deceit. And it says hidden tactics and manipulation. This card comes as a warning that may be some deception going on in your life. The person hiding behind the curtain is likely someone you know. So whoever it was somebody he knew or deal with either personally or professionally. The duplicity could be regarding a personal issue like someone spreading rumors or disrespecting you to others, or it could be a business matter. Like I said, I think it was something that he didn't want to do. He's like, oh, we don't need to do that. And whoever it was convinced this person to do whatever they did to him. And it says it could be in a business matter with details being hidden or even manipulated. Be aware of what's going on in your life. The man behind the curtain is holding a bag of something valuable. So watch your money and your good name. Remember I told you he had a good reputation. And make sure you have all the information you need to keep things honest and secure. A deeper layer of meaning may be that the deception is actually coming from within. It could have, that's what they're saying the card could mean. Whether it's about your life or yourself or someone involved in your life, remember to be aware of what's going on around you. So I guess that answered my question. He said my reading is on point with my spirit. Your spirit. Remember, you just told me to. You just had told me to trust my intuition. I think that card has something to do with me and him when he transcended. And remember, you was like, and I thought it was something crazy. I'm like, it just don't sit right. So you know why? Somebody or something was trying to convince him to do something. It's always, we good. We don't gotta do that. I don't need to do that. And whatever it was, all money ain't good money. He probably like, I'm straight. But the person was looking at what they wanted, and he didn't want that. It's crazy. Money is the root to all evil. Like, people will do anything for money. There was this girl at my job, and I had took her out to dinner. Me and my friends, we spend money. Like, money, I don't care about money. I'll give money out, not all the time, but when money comes to me, I share it, because if you give money, money will come back to you. So it don't mean nothing to me to spend money, because money don't make you who you are. You make yourself who you are. But sometimes people will take your kindness for weakness, and they think they can use you because you just being nice. I don't know. You might have. You know what? I seen that on other people's lives when they say they don't know when someone's going live. You may have to unsubscribe and resubscribe. That's crazy. I knew something went right with that man's death. So we gonna have to listen and see what's going on with his death, because I just seen something on Instagram where they were saying they were gonna be looking for the drug dealer. Now, what does that mean? That did somebody pay the drug? Obviously, somebody had to involve the drug dealer. So it's about to be a bunch of mess. Yes, you gotta do that, Nola Very. Now I'm laughing from your email when I see the name. What else is going on, y'all? What else is going on that we need to ask about in current affairs? Because that just did not sit well with me, that Michael K. Williams. Even though when somebody is a drug addict that they can die, it just did not sit well in my spirit. What happened if we open a portal? That is not my expertise. I don't know. Like, did y'all watch that show on HBO? It was a good show. It was on HBO. With what's that girl name? Like, her whole family act. She like real light skin. And it was about I want to say they was trying to say, like, tell us about African Orishas and about our powers and stuff, and they were taking them through portals. And what was the name of that show? The show was so good. It came out like last year. What is her name? She real light skin, got long hair, and it was like her and her brothers. They act, but what is the name of that show, Lord? They was like, it was her, this guy she was dating. It was like set like in the 50s, and they were trying to tell what is the name of that show? And they were going through portals and fighting demons and stuff like that. You just unsubscribe and resubscribe. What is the name of that show? I don't know about portals. I don't even, you know what? they be saying like portals are anywhere. Like you could like turn a doorknob or flick a light switch or go through an elevator. You're not even knowing. I don't know what. I mean, how do I know? I never been through a portal, so I don't even. I don't know. It all depends, I guess, what portal you go through. Like, what happen? How do you get? Do you come back, or would you want to come back? I don't even know. When they say Arizona is filled with portals, I don't know if that's true. I don't know nothing about. I can't tell you about portals. I don't know if anybody knows something about portals. I don't know nothing about that. I'm sure it's people that probably have been through portals and know how to come back, but look, then you be thinking about those movies that you watch or books that you read that talk about time travel. Some of that stuff don't be fake. Some of that stuff would be stuff that people have experienced and they just add stuff to it. Like you gotta read between the lines, especially with those cartoons. Some of that stuff be telling you keys to different things. They do say mirrors are portals. That's why I don't play around like with that Candyman stuff. I'm like, yeah, I'm not playing with that man. I don't know, you know what I'm saying? I don't play with like demons and stuff like that. Like you might call the wrong thing. You can. That's why you don't play. Like if you don't know what you're doing, don't do something. I'm gonna tell y'all. I was like probably like in my early 20s, and I had a book. It was a love spell book, and I went up to this meat market because it was this Muslim. Was he Muslim? Well, he was Muslim, but he's black, and he sold all type of oils, like frankincense oils, different oils and stuff like that, right? So I was gonna do this love spell on this guy, and so I went to go buy the oils, and I asked for a certain particular oil, and I asked for another oil, and the man was like, "Don't you do that?" And I'm like, "You don't even know what I'm doing." He's like, "I know what you." He said, "I know what you're doing." He said, "Or I know what you may be trying to do." He said, "Don't you go playing with something that you have no idea about." He said, "Because even though you may be doing something with a certain intention, when you thinking you doing something for love or light or however, you may open up something you don't know how to close." So when I say that, I don't play with energy like that. I don't manipulate energy. I don't try to do spells on people. I don't know nothing about all that. I don't know it's about God, my own spirit discernment, my own intuition. I know about I look up like the African Orisha, so I want to learn the power that we have instilled in us, the angels that surround me. I'm not doing no type of spell on nobody. I'm not doing no dark magic. I'm not working with none of that. God gonna protect me. The light gonna protect me. Whatever angels and spirits that surround me, they protect me. I'm not dealing with none. I'm not trying to manipulate nothing. You heard me? Because when you get to manipulating, playing with stuff, talking about you got demons that work for you, them demons turn on your small lad. Yes, Journey Small lad. Thank you. I couldn't think of the name of the other show. Something you don't know. You open up a door you can't close. You might mess with your whole family. That stuff might come attack you, your mother. You don't know. That's what I'm saying. I don't play with people. I don't. Whenever somebody gets to talking about they play with demons and stuff like that, it turns me off. I ain't got nothing. Mm-mm. And even though I know it's a yin and a yang to stuff, I'm not manipulating energy. I'm not playing with your hair. I'm not burning candles on you. I'm not doing none of that. Whatever God wants to happen to you is gonna happen. You start playing with the devil, you're gonna pay when you play with the devil. Better believe it. Whatever you put out, whatever you do, is gonna come back to you. So you get to playing with people, talking about you do work. So that work gonna get done. It's gonna you might think you did something, it's gonna come back to you. So remember, whatever energy, whatever thoughts you put out, it's always a full circle to that. I'm going, you know what? I'd rather be broke, homeless, cold, in the snow, as long as I'm with God, than play with the devil. I'm not playing with the devil. I don't want your money. I don't want nothing from you. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying I'm perfect because I'm far from perfect. I still cuss. I know my heart. He's still working on me. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to have a relationship with spirit. You got to trust God. You have to have faith. You have to understand that He is real. You may not know why everything is happening. Like I feel something right now. You don't know why God leads you, but just be led. But I'm not about to sit up there and I'm not about to play with you. I'm not about to manipulate energy. I'm not about to talk about I got demons that work for me. I ain't doing none of that. Mm-mm. I'm not doing it. Look, I'm so silly. My family know I'm silly as hell. So I'm like, look, I did mostly everything I could do that God told me to do. So when I go to heaven, He probably be like, you're going to have to sit at the gate for a little while, but I'm going to let you in later. As long as He let me in, that's all that matters. But I'm not about to play with the devil. You know what I'm saying? I don't like demons at all either, but if you ever, because demons are real, demons can try to enter people's bodies, demons can try to take over people. Don't show it fear. Let it know that you still trust in God and you don't care what it says to you that you're going to win. Because I tell you, when my son got shot, I believe that he was battling with different stuff. And I remember one time his eyes went black and I was talking to my son. I called my son. This thing said, your son been gone. I looked at the thing and I was so scared. And I was like, you know what? I don't care what you say. You a lie. The devil is a lie. And my son is still here. He will always be here. So you know, that stuff is real. Like people battle with stuff and people don't understand it. If they're not spiritually in tune, they don't really get it. You can't explain stuff that you see sometimes, but just know it's real. And even though we scared, just trust in God and plead the blood over it, because God gonna save you. And whatever angels, the ancestors that meant you well, because everybody in your family that died didn't like your ass. But the ones that meant you well, they gonna protect you. Yes, the devil is a lie. We want to make sure we know that and bless God, because even though I think that they use that Bible for manipulation, I believe in God. And there's nothing higher than God. If it wasn't for God, I don't know where I would be. Sometimes I don't understand it, but I just trust God. I be confused a lot, but I just follow what He tells me. He is evil, Joy. His time is running out. That's why they keep on doing all this stuff, trying to distract us, manipulate energy, kill these people, play with us in our face, because they know that people are waking up. But I wish more of us would stand together because we're so powerful, but people don't realize how powerful we are. You know what? I was thinking when I gotta do these lives more, because it was supposed to be me and this other girl. We was gonna be like doing different subjects and stuff. So I was gonna get that thing where people could while we were doing the lives, they can click in and call so we can talk and interact. I need to get that. I gotta get a better computer too. I don't understand your question, Joy. Why people about what do people think about King Von? Is that the question? I don't know. What do y'all think about this baby? Y'all think that's his baby? I don't think so. So much weird stuff that happened since Von died that it's just crazy. I have never seen so much weird stuff happen after somebody died. Like so many people manipulate stuff for money. I don't think it's his baby either. I don't know if they just be putting stuff out when they release stuff for Vine so people can be interested and stream his music and they can get paid off of it or what. It's crazy. Real crazy. Y'all want me to pull something or ask some questions? Y'all let me know. It's crazy. It's just like, I don't know. It's just crazy. Then like the new thing, it seemed like for these rappers is to set their friends up or something. It's just like I don't know. It's just like weird. I was watching this what is it? God, it's a I like this guy. Oh, Hood Talk. He be talking about Nipsey Hussle in the case. I didn't realize it was more than one sus. It's more than just Eric Holder that they arrested for Nipsey Hussle. I did not realize that. I guess we go and we need to read the transcripts. And it's a lot of stuff that they were saying that he may get off on because of things that they did in the case. That's why I know the police was involved, like with Nipsey and Vaughn, because the police didn't like them for one, and the way that crime scene was for Nipsey Hussle, it just like a movie scene, and nothing was handled right. Like, if somebody get killed, don't you supposed to tape off the stuff while people walking through the crime scene? It's just all this stuff is just crazy. Ever since like when Nipsey died, I don't know. It's like a lot of good left that day. Cause I could feel it and like the paradigm shift. It's like people might think I'm crazy, but I know I'm not. It's just like a lot of good energy left with Nipsey. And they thought that they were killing him, but really he magnified because they thought that they were going to be able to create a gang war. But when Nipsey transitioned higher, he suited up, he brought them together, and they wasn't expecting that. They didn't know that how powerful they thought he was in his body, that he was going to go even higher in the spiritual realm. And they didn't understand that he was going to suit up and bring them together. It's just like that day I just looked at the sky and it's just like, I just felt like, it's just like a shift. It was crazy. I can't explain it, but it just seemed like after he died, a whole shift changed to me. Asian's brother died. I think that was his friend, her friend. That was her friend. That was I believe it was her friend. Yeah, because I had DM'd her until I was praying for her. I think it was her friend. I believe it was her friend. I don't think it was her brother. If it was her brother, she would have told me it was her brother. I believe it was her friend. I believe they did something to Chadwick Boseman as well. I believe that they wanted him to do something, and I don't know what it was they wanted Chadwick Boseman to do, but he wasn't going to do it. And I think that's why he died. I do. And I'm going to trust myself. What I usually get intuitive thoughts. I don't feel good about his death either. I don't know. That's a good question. I didn't see her say nothing about her brother being in an accident. She she didn't. No, I don't think so. I'm sure she would have mentioned that. I haven't. And then the other young lady that I know that talked to her, she ain't mentioned that either. So I'm sure I would have known that. I think the person that passed away was a person that supported her and her sister, was a good friend that was close to them. Probably like they called them, like their brother or whatever. Because I prayed, I told her just to lean on God and to trust His direction, because she done dealt with a lot of death. And I seen something she had post saying that it was going to turn her a certain way. So I DM'd her a positive message. Oh, the girl from Babs. I don't know how did she die, the girl from Babs. Cause that was weird too. She was kind of young. She wasn't too old. It is a lot. I was sitting here thinking about how many people we lost during this pandemic. Cause somebody asked me about the pandemic and how people dying. And before I really even thought about it, I just was like, I feel like it was the ushering out of the old energy so they can bring new energy in. And I don't really know exactly what that means, but that's like one of the singers, a lot of singers that we didn't even know about. Like, God, before I was talking to you, I was just thinking about that man died. Oh, God. Bill Withers. A lot of good people died that we really didn't hear a lot of exposure on. But we don't lost a lot of people in this pandemic. And I don't know if they just blame it on the pandemic or what. Oh, Chadwick Boseman had colon cancer, right? He did look so small. Did y'all see that last movie he did that was on Netflix when he played the horn player? I think it was like, God, what was that with the black lady who played on How to Get Away with Murder? That was a good movie. It was a movie, Mom's Mabley. She was singing and he was a horn player. And he was so skinny in that movie. I don't know, y'all. Then you be thinking like, it's just like with DMX, right? And we all know DMX battled with drugs. That is not a secret. With the last months of his life, you see how fat DMX got. They said that he was not really taking drugs. He was drinking. He was happy. He was with the lady he was with, his children, all that. When he battling with Def Jam for something, this album was coming out, and then it seemed like he had got some rights to do something. I don't know. I don't, man. I don't trust that man with them damn braids or his wife. I don't trust him at all. I don't trust The Rock at all. So I don't know. But what's crazy to me is DMX died right before his album comes out. But in my spirit, I feel like DMX was just tired. I think that he probably could have lived if he fought, because DMX was strong. And even though he battled so hard with drugs, you never heard anybody pray as much as you heard DMX pray. He was so in tune with God, in tune with the Spirit. He trusted God. And even though he battled with the devil, I think that's because he was so high with God. I don't know. Sometimes I think you fight when you are warrior with God. I do. And I think that DMX was just tired. And I think DMX went to a really high place. That's just in my mind. That's just what I get. I think DMX was really blessed, but tortured, if I'm saying that right. I was wondering who is that? I don't know who Rappy is. I don't know who that is. Is that his best friend or something? You know what? No, in my mind, sometimes I be thinking like all the stuff that I be going through. I'm like, did the devil attack me because of what God wants me to do or how God keeps me? Have you ever looked up what your name means? My aunt named me Tanya. So the way she spelled my name, Tonya, I looked it up what it means, and it means somebody that God keeps close to them. And it says that Tanya is meant to show. Tanya is put here by God for her to show other people their value, their worth, to let people know they're worthy. God uses Tanya to show people their worth. I have to read it, but he keeps her close to his wings. And I help people. And all my life I've helped people. All my life I'm able to talk to all kind of people. That's just who I am. I think your name means a lot. So sometimes I be thinking in my mind, like, do you fight so hard because of the stuff? That's crazy. I was just thinking in my mind too, like the devil keep attacking me and my son because of what God has for us. Thank you. Yeah, that's what I was telling y'all. Like some stuff I don't know. So whatever I don't know, I'm happy to direct you to people that we can learn more from. Cause like on this journey of it, us trying to get higher in spirituality, you learn different stuff from different people, like different books you may want to read, or somebody may, get some intuitive information that you don't get. And I really appreciated this lady, Rafiki Simone from the Mystic Circle. She really helped me. And I think I like found this lady channel, I want to say about 4 years ago. And when I say her channel grew, but she was just so informative. She originally came from Louisiana, but she's moved to like Arizona. She sings and stuff like that, but she's just in the spirit, and she does readings. She gives you books. She teaches classes, just different stuff. I really appreciated her. So I think like we are all led to different people on our journeys for different reasons. Whether we stay with them, learn something for a minute, however, or you brought to somebody's channel, you may meet somebody in that chat that may help you, or stuff like that. And when we were supposed to write down the books that we were supposed to want to read, so we can read a book together. So I was gonna tell y'all the book that I had seen. I don't know if y'all seen on the other live. I had mentioned Ways of the Superior Man, so we can all decide what book we want to read together, so we can discuss it. It was called Ways of the Superior Man. That was a book that I think that's the last. That's the last book that Lauren gave Nipsey Hussle. Then y'all can tell me like a book that y'all want to read. Another book I was telling y'all should read is Behold a Pale Horse by William H. Cooper. If you haven't read that, because a lot of the stuff that's going on now is in that book. Like the pandemic, them creating it, blaming it on filthy stuff, them having a cure, them waiting too long to spread, and it's all in the book. But if y'all have some books and stuff, y'all can just put it on the community tab, and then we can all just read it and come back and discuss it together. Because I'm telling you, reading will enlighten you, let you know what's going on, because they will put some stuff in a book that to hide it from you. Joy, I feel the same way. Look, let me stop because I feel the same way about Whitney Houston too. I think they killed her too. Yeah. I think they tried to kill her daughter before because they said that something happened to Bobby Christina the day before or something that they killed Whitney Houston. And I always want to know what was on that note that she gave to Brandy. If it was something good, y'all know Brandy would have said something about it. She never said what was on that note that Whitney gave her. I always want to know. And I always said they had Ray J with her to go to supply her with drugs. Let me shut up, Laura. But no, that is the truth. That's why they had Ray J with her. Why he wanted to act the fool on the coffin. He might have liked her, but they definitely, Hollywood had Ray J with her. And that's why he doing so well with them businesses, them scooty bikes and all that. And I never feel sorry for him or his wife because what's her name? Princess Love, whatever her name. Y'all do know that she went with Floyd Mayweather first. And Ray J was around there, his camp around that time when she was going with Floyd Mayweather. So she was a part of the harem. And it was a fight or something. And supposedly Princess Love set Floyd Mayweather up and had him robbed. You can look back on Google. Because you know 50 Cent gonna tease Floyd Mayweather about everything. And supposedly, I guess it didn't go off. And then he went and checked all her jewelry and all that stuff that he bought her in. And the next thing you know, she's with Ray J. And the way she talked to Ray J is like he's nothing. So something about her just ain't right. I don't think the only reason why she might love him now, but she definitely got with Ray J because Floyd Mayweather kicked her to the curb. You know what? No, Tana. And that sister-in-law, especially that sister-in-law of Whitney Houston, her ass is not right, period. She is just pure evil. And I think that Bobby Brown is so oblivious to stuff that he don't be realizing he have I don't think that he sacrificed anybody. I'm not like usually I could feel stuff. You know what I'm saying? You can feel who with the stuff. You can feel who with the shit. You can feel who, done did some stuff for a come up. I don't think Bobby has done nothing like that to agree with anything with Hollywood to do anything. But I do think Hollywood has sent people to him, like his wife. I think they sent that wife to him. But I think he's just so oblivious to stuff that he don't understand. I think he think like Nick Gordon, which he did have something to do with it. Nick Gordon, he feel like he killed both Whitney and Bobby Christina, which is true. I think he has something to do with it. I think what Nick Gordon did now, but Bobby had lost his mother, his father, Whitney, his daughter, not his son. Bobby has lost so many people. But I don't know what it is around Bobby that's making him lose all these, this could be natural. I don't know. But I don't think that he's sacrificing anybody. If you see what I'm saying, it's like what is he getting from it really? I don't know what's going on with that, with Bobby, but I think that wife is meant to control, like a handler or something. I don't know where I get that from here. Could be ancestral curse. Because I don't care what nobody say. Him and Whitney loved each other. I think Whitney was heartbroken that they couldn't be together. Bobby was. They moved on or whatever. But that was just a crazy relationship that was toxic. And I don't know if, like with Whitney, because she couldn't really sing anymore. Like the last Sparkle, you see how she could barely sing. And they feel like, she was just used up. It was nothing left. So they had to get rid of her. I don't know. But that's crazy. And I believe that sister-in-law played a part in that. Because, why they would always say that um, Bobby Brown started her with drugs, but that's not true. Her brother, finally, her brother did. And Whitney was already doing drugs before she even got with Bobby. Bobby would drink. He wasn't a big drug user. He smoked weed and drank. Like back then, we met a lot of people. We seen Bobby drunk a couple times, but I believe that she probably got him to doing drugs. To tell you the truth, hard drugs, right? We met a lot of people. I remember we met Jodeci. I must have been like 15, 16 or something. I don't know. But it was just like a matter of months. When I tell you Dalvin and Devontae, they have beautiful skin. You seen them 4 or 5 months later, you seen them, their face had like potholes in it. You like, what is wrong with their face? And I'm trying to be grown, not realizing that drugs mess your skin up. I didn't realize that. And that just was like a matter of months. Like, and we would see them all the time. It was so easy to meet people back then. Like, we would just like see a tour bus downtown and we would go into the hotel. We would just stay down there just to be in the atmosphere of what, the people coming to town or whatever. And I'm telling you, like, their skin was smooth like a woman's. 4 or 5 months later, their skin is full of potholes. This how quick drugs take effect. And one time, like, they came to like an amphitheater off the water downtown, and Devontae didn't show up, so I knew their bodyguard. And back then, I would just talk to anybody, say whatever. So I was like, "What happened to Devontae?" And he was like, "We left him in Chicago with his lady." And I looked it grown, but I wasn't grown, so I didn't know what he was talking about. So I went and told my cousin, like, she said that he left Devontae with his lady. She was like, "Time he was hot." I'm like, see, I'm trying to be grown. I didn't even realize. Yeah, so drugs would take your butt up out of here. Then to come to find out, I think Devontae did have a drug problem. Feel like the Lord is trying, yes. I think that I just feel like these people that are doing stuff that they know is wrong, are manipulating stuff and changing stuff, that their time is running out, and that God is telling us to stand strong, that our time is coming back. And I don't know why in my mind I keep thinking that this vaccination is the mark of the beast. I don't know why. I don't know. I was just playing. I was like, unless God tell me to take the vaccination, I'm not taking it. But you know what? I don't know why I'm thinking that, like, we shouldn't take this vaccination. But then they keep talking about these 2 other strands are going to be bad. But they said the vaccination is not going to affect the 2 strands. So it's like, what you taking it for? And I'm like, why are they keep on trying to push it up? You think both of them? Let me put my glasses on. My eyes are blind. Let me stop cussing. I'll be cussing too much, y'all. I think both of them influenced each other. Yeah, that makes sense. That basically, yeah, because once you get in the midst and throes of addiction, then you're locked. Yeah, both of them. They both got highly addictive personalities, and once you they was in it, and then remember Bobby's sister She stayed with them in Atlanta, and she was getting high with them too. So they was all down there getting high. Then, shoot, then it's Bobby Christina. Bobby Christina probably started getting high with her mama, drinking. You know what I'm saying? That's just crazy. It's a song that I be when I'm at work. It's a song. It's a remix. I don't really like listening to Dirk, but for some reason I listen to this song. I think it's with Frito Bang or something. I put it up. It's a song, and in the song he's talking about you shouldn't you love your man's like your brother or something, and I didn't get a chance to tell you I'm staring over your casket with my tears, and basically said something about they fell out, but I got your kids for the rest of your life. I'm not gonna for the rest of their life. I'm not gonna tell them, not even tell them what we did. So when people think that they didn't fall out after the ATO case, they did fall out. Like, how do you know this? For one thing, I felt it in the spirit. Then for two, after I started talking to Asia, she told me a lot of stuff, and she was like, which I had already put the videos up. She watched my videos before she even talked to me. So my videos were already up before I talked to her. And I think she told me, she's like, you're right. You know his story, but he not going to show you everything because you keep crying. And she was like, he not going to want you to see all of the stuff he been through. I said, but I feel it. She said, you feel it, but he not going to show you everything. But he showed me a lot. But when I kept in that video, she's like, you right. Him and Dirk was not getting along. And she said that she was the one who had to get him a lawyer and get him out of jail after that case in Atlanta. And they wasn't as cool as people think they were. So she had told me that, which was just confirmation for what I had already put up. And then I think I had seen the young lady had said something about the video. I seen that video. It wasn't just him not supposed to be on live with Dirk. The way he threw he about to knock that phone out the person's hand. He knocked that. I mean, his whole face was like, what the? He was mad. Yeah. So basically, like when I started talking to Asian, the different stuff that we talked about was just really confirmation for what I had already felt in the spirit or had already put up on the videos. If y'all get what I'm saying. I don't know, Joy, what really happened with Tupac Shakur. Y'all gonna think I'm crazy. They say he not dead. Tomorrow he in Cuba for real with his auntie now. Y'all think he dead? I don't know. We need to pray about that and pull cards. He said that's why his mama was sending all that money to Cuba because he really was in Cuba with his auntie. I do not know what happened with Tupac Shakur. I cannot tell you. Tupac, I don't know. I think he did. Tupac is too animated to be quiet this long. In my heart of hearts, he would want to believe a fantasy that he alive. Tupac too much. He just couldn't keep quiet this long. I just cannot believe he would be quiet for 25 years. Tupac could not be quiet that long. But what happened that night, you will never know. I used to think in my mind that Suge Knight has something to do with it, but I just don't anymore. I don't think Suge was that damn smart to have a sniper kill Pac, because it's like, if you gonna have somebody kill Pac and you sitting right next to him, you got to be that confident in that shooter. I just, even though they probably had their differences, and I think that Pac was going to leave Death Row, I just do not think that Suge had him killed anymore. I don't. And I do believe that they were going to try to do that Death Row East and Death Row West thing. And that was the pacifier he was trying to throw to Pac to keep him on death row. But that man, Reggie Wright, who was partners with Suge, has something to do with Tupac's death. You think Suge was the intended target? That could be. It's a guy here with a rap group called it's an old school rap group. Oh Lord, it's from Detroit. His name Moxie Ski, but he is and this is gonna be crazy because y'all do not connect me to this lady, all right? Because I don't know this lady. She crazy as hell, and I don't even know if she really is Jackie Wilson's daughter. But Moxie Ski is from this group in Detroit, and I want to say they call this Detroit Most Wanted. And one of my girlfriends that passed away, she was Jackie Wilson's granddaughter. Actually, his granddaughter. Her father died when he was like 18 or 19. And her mother had a baby with him. So that made her Jackie Wilson's granddaughter. So Moxie Ski is also Jackie Wilson's grandson. So that crazy lady, Alexis K, who claims she's Jackie Wilson's daughter, she can easily get a blood test. So I don't believe nothing they say, but whatever. But he was down there in Vegas, and he said it was funny because they paid him for that picture of Pac and Suge in that car. He said he had a big old video camera, and he said Suge cracked on him about having that big old video camera. But he said he was one of the only people that had footage of Pac, the last footage of Pac. Yeah, I know, it's crazy. Like it's just like I know a lot of people for different reasons. Because the reason why I kind of know him, because my girlfriend, when she passed, I found out that was her cousin, which I had met him and didn't even realize it. I'm like, she was like, I be meeting people and I don't be putting two and two together till later. You don't miss too much. You better tell him to quit playing with your grandbaby, but we have to get him. Playing with grandbaby, we ain't got time for that. I don't know why people be playing with people. Like, just do the right thing. You know, my nerves with that mess. Like, don't nobody got time. Like, if the pandemic didn't teach you how to act, what will? It's like people are just so lost. And you know what? I be forgetting stuff that I say myself because I said like we are all going into the separation. And I'm like, I'm not going back and forth with these people no more. I'm like, this is a waste of time. Like, we going higher and they just still not listening. They stuck on the ground. You just gotta have to leave them there because they ain't trying to hear. They're not trying to grow. They're not trying to be in the spirit. All they want to do is stupid drunk, and that's just where they gonna be. I be forgetting the stuff I be saying to myself. I swear. Said you agree with me about Whitney. I think that night, Two Brandy was for her to tell Ray J to come to her room. I think Ray J gave Whitney, probably did give her some bad drugs. Ain't no telling. Floyd bought who name Princess Love. See, all that Hollywood stuff, don't y'all be thinking that Hollywood stuff is weird how they all date and sleep with the same people? Like, what is that about? You think Bobby Brown kept her safe? I think because they loved each other truly, yeah. Pay attention. You gotta pay attention because it be some crazy mess going on. Not only in real life. It's just like in real life, the distractions that they throw at us, like these stupid milk crate challenges. Did y'all see? Usually I don't trip, but it's just the narrative they pushing for young black women, young black men, how they want black men to be transgender or gay, how they want black women to be hoes or whatever. This Sukiana video, pussy everywhere. Y'all seen this video? It's like this is like a porno. I'm like, I'm not getting this, man. It's like black people are so lost. It's just like crazy. Like I just don't get it. Anything for $1. Now who's putting this out there? Who approved this mess? I don't know. It's just crazy. They're taking all his people to make him give in. Bobby, wow. That could be true. Because I swear he just lost his son, his daughter, his ex-wife, his father, and his mama. That's a lot of people. You know what? Something about that wife rubbed me the wrong way. Something about that wife ain't right. It's like we can see stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like people are drawn together for reasons, and people that can really like tell about spirit or have gift of discernment that can just see through people or just know stuff. You meet other people like that because I swear I be thinking about like stuff. I be thinking I'm crazy, and I'm like, I know I'm not crazy, cause it's like when I knew all I always said like it was a lot of people involved in Nipsey's death, and I still don't know exactly what happened because they keep saying like the time of Nipsey's death wasn't right, like it was staged, all this stuff. I don't know. I know the police played a role in it. We know some bad. We know some crooked gang members played a role in it. We know some industry people played a role in it. I think the mob played a role in it. So it's like a lot of people played a role in it, right? So when Nipsey died like the summer, then Von died the next winter or whatever. It was people that Nipsey had around him that I just couldn't understand. And it's like when Von's like his story laid on my heart and I started to know it. It's just crazy how spirit works because one day when I went home and something just kept saying in my mind, look up documentaries for Von, look up documentaries for Von. So I took a shower and I had drove all night and I'm in my bed and I'm looking. And the first documentary, Welcome to the O with this Karen Civil chick, and I'm like, I cannot stand this. And I'm like, no. And my mom like, hell no, this can't be right. Like, how's she involved with both of them? But spirit will lead you to something. I'm telling y'all, spirit, don't like second guess yourself because I be saying no, but I be knowing I'm right. It's just crazy because like I'm driving throughout the city like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. I would have to pull over because this boy got or something spirit in my mind want me to look up something about him or some of them drill videos. This is how powerful this kid's spirit was. I'm like, how am I pulling over to the side of the road doing this crap? But that's just how spirit works. I'm telling you. I don't know what happened to Marilyn Monroe. Ain't no telling. I think Marilyn Monroe was messing with they said she had a diary of all the men that she was messing with in Hollywood, and she probably messed with the wrong one, and they did something to her. Ain't no telling. There's always levels to these devils. Just like I think they had something to do with Sam Cooke because Sam Cooke had got his own label, was about to start putting out music and having his own groups. Then all of a sudden, a hooker killed him. Come on now. It always be some BS. And it's always it always be some it just be some cover up. Think about Aretha Franklin and her family. They claim the first kid, I don't know if it was the first, one of her kids supposed to be by her daddy. One of her kids supposed to be by Sam Cooke. And they supposed to be in the church. Think about what they was doing on them dang revival tours. It be stuff in every just because they in church, it be mess going on in the church too. It be mess everywhere. I'm telling y'all. I remember Aretha Franklin funeral. This preacher here, what is his name, Lord? Because I don't. His church is Greater Grace. I do not like his church. His church, they always say you gotta show people your check stub or something. But his brother is good. Anyway, Ariana Grande was performing. The way this man touched that girl, I'm like, this devil. What is his name? I can't think. I don't know if y'all watched it with the Franklin funeral, but that funeral was like a production. It was like 7 hours. That probably was a dang on transferring of the guy. I just thinking about that and energy because she did wardrobe changes, and then the last one was red and black, wasn't it? See what I'm saying? We be slipping on our pimping. The vaccination is about population control since COVID didn't kill off enough people. hmm Something about, I don't know why, I feel like they keep talking about the RH factor, whatever that means for us as black people. It's something about the clotting in our blood. Yes. I remember that lady I was telling y'all, she was like, watch the colors they have on at Aretha Franklin funeral. And, she's like, because they be harvesting people energy. Like, it's crazy because somebody was telling me, what's that lady? Oh, God. Because they was like, she young. What's her name? Her, might be her. It was like, does she remind you of Prince? So y'all think, because somebody was like, Tiny, you think they gave her some of Prince energy? And I even thought about them transferring people, new singers, old people energy. But that could be shit they be doing because, they be manipulating energy. And what's crazy is, it's like with Prince, he had won that battle with Warner Brothers, and all of a sudden he did. They want us to believe that mess. You know what I'm saying? So they be doing all kind of tricks and stuff. So there ain't no telling what they be doing, tapping into people energy. And you know what? Just like they say, when I just told y'all, what you do comes back to you, Lord. I don't care. I don't care what nobody say. J Hud, whatever happened to her family, I think she has something to do with it. That's probably what she wanted to play Aretha Franklin so bad that movie don't flop. I didn't see that. I seen when Vaughn looked like they was in court and Vaughn, you're right, he read something and then he looked at Dirk and he looked at Dirk and then he's like he looked through Dirk. It's like he just something opened in his mind. You believe Tupac is alive? It's like he I don't know what it was, but it's like he looked at Dirk like, you mother, and it's like he looked through him. Like his body wasn't, like he wasn't there no more. Get out your head. I'm in your head, girl. Yeah, it'd be crazy like what you be seeing. People be thinking you crazy. It's like he looked at him and then he looked through him. I don't know what he was thinking, but whatever it was, like he wanted to kill his ass. He couldn't do nothing because they was in court, of course. He is a snake. Him, that Mayor Lightfoot, ain't no telling what they had cooked up. That fake ass lawyer, it's just a bunch of mess. And what's crazy to me is on that song he talking about they fell out, but what y'all fall out about? I don't know, gang. But see, what's crazy? Like we didn't even like, just like we don't know that there's more than one suspect in the Nipsey case, more than Eric Holden. All they made public was it was King Von and Davon Bennett and whatever Dirk name is. We didn't even know it was 4 people. So the media, like that guy said, the media puts out what they want to put out. You know what I'm saying? Whatever narrative they want to push. So was that case just so they could keep them apart? So when all this stuff came about, Dirk have an excuse of why he wasn't around Von? Who knows? Let me get ready to go to work. And we'll have to do this on what's today? Tuesday. Remember, y'all, let's pick a book that we want to read together. So y'all got to put it on the community tab so we can all decide we're going to read the book, and I'll put it down for a vote. And Thursday, let's talk about something that we want to talk about or pull cards or whatever, and I'll come back on Thursday. Sounds good to y'all? Let me get myself ready for work because I have to be up at 3:45. So good night. I enjoyed y'all tonight. I'm going to have to do this more often. All right, y'all. Love y'all. Good night.